Hello, and very happy to see you on the Sussex Daily News version 2. This video, we give you a piece of breaking news. Body language expert reveals Meghan's gesticulation actually looks ridiculous. As I reported, Meghan Markle appeared via video link as she spoke out about the fight against gender and race inequality while addressing young women around the world at a digital global leadership summit last night. And followers quickly flooded Twitter with tweets remarking on her fake flowing hair, Hollywood glow, and bare shoulders, comparing Meghan's awful look to her more reserved former royal look. Meanwhile, body language expert Blanca Cobb described the Los Angeles native's appearance as redesigned and rebranded, describing her as gesticulation that actually looks ridiculous in her own right. Speaking to Female, Cobb said, "This was a very redesigned and rebranded Meghan, with her body language suggesting she has now fully ditched the royal experience and is back on track on form as a D-list actress who craves attention. She looks awful. Her nose is weird, the dress is a sack, rumors of was sparked deliberately, and her hair looks like a wig. Don't forget the plastic surgery to change that nose that her heritage gave her. She has denied her own heritage all her adult life and is now preaching to others to be proud of theirs." Meghan's hideous look was more ridiculous than being a Hollywood actress and wife of a prince. The smug smirk is back. She has nothing new to offer but a mishmash of scheming words. The smirk is proof positive she is not a genuine person. She is all about poorly staged photo ops and non-stop propaganda. She continues to be ruthless, vindictive, and devious in her endeavors and actions. Cobb continued, "Her eye gaze commanded the camera, and when she told her audience to chase your convictions with actions, she coupled it with the small but dramatic pauses and the slow looks that looked ridiculous. I think she's trying to look like a boho chic. Really undignified if you think about it, an almost 40-year-old woman who's supposed to be pretty high up in the British royal family. This was possibly Meghan's most important speech to date, and it was clear she was more than up to the challenge, but I didn't see any redeeming qualities in this person. All I see is a delisted social climber that had everything, and now due to her ego and her obsession for fame, she lost everything and is now trying to struggle to stay relevant. She couldn't look more plastic if she tried. Yet there she is, preaching individuality, confidence, and wokeness. What a colossal mess. Indeed. So ridiculous when she was at her most confident here, and the way she ended up, praying hand clasped pointed at the camera, means her message of support should have inspired a whole new audience." Ms. Cobb added, her own right, she would not be here without the royal experience. Her speech was fine, and as you would expect since the hard work that paved the way for her to be part of this is lost to her. She mentions female leaders such as Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, but has not acknowledged and seems almost defiant to the leadership of Queen Elizabeth. To me, that is what is missing from Meghan and Harry's grand escape, is a morsel of respect or gratitude for what they were given and continue to receive. They want to live like royals, or better, be admired as royals, have the privileges of being royals, promote themselves as royals, but look down on the institution as beneath them. Her behavior towards the Queen has been appalling to the point of unforgivable. Shame on Harry for enabling such disrespect towards his grandmother, possibly the world's most admired woman of the last 60-plus years. Meanwhile, a lot of people also went on social media networks to discuss her disgusting appearance. A Twitter user wrote, "She does straighten her hair heavily. Anyone seeing her dry, frizzy locks in early pictures can confirm this. However, this latest offering is extensions, lots of them. She couldn't grow hair that long under any circumstances." Another user retweeted, "Oh please, she is 40 years old with lip fillers, hair extensions, and still no talent. Poor Harry didn't know he was marrying a fake, and now he probably doesn't go near her for fear of something fake falling off, out, or shifting. That woman won't have another child. She's too vain. No reason for it, but she thinks she's amazing. The works would be happy if you could just go away." A fan added, "How can Meghan talk about empowering girls and women when she has hair extensions? Young girls and women sell their hair to buy food and medicine for their families. This sickens me. I feel sad for Harry stuck in America with a woman who cares only for lights and cameras. He is his own enemy. The press far more intrusive than the UK. Harry blames the press for his mother's death. In reality, she courted publicity, and Meghan, like Diana, knows exactly where the cameras are. William must leave out the olive branch for Harry to grab onto when he needs it. Besides that, more than 11,000 comments slammed Meghan on the Daily Mail. The most voted is Meghan is a typical Los Angeles liberal. Since Harry grew up in the royal bubble, he does not know about how the real world functions and also does not know these types of girls. She will profit from his fame to the max possible extent. She won't care if that means humiliating Harry in public. She will make him her agent and bleed him dry financially to the last cent. After that, Meghan will throw Harry out like a piece of garbage and live happily thereafter from the divorce settlement. She won't have any remorse. She's a narcissistic twit. Poor Harry would start thinking with his head. He was thinking with his pants when he married Meghan, and now he's relying on emotions, which change every day. He's made a lot of poor decisions lately. Well, as Robin Williams once said, God gave men 2 heads, but only enough blood for one. Another fan wrote, I don't understand. She's trying so hard to stay relevant, especially with these talks with young leaders. If she truly cared about the race and inequality, she would have left the UK straight after the wedding and become an activist. But no, she stayed in the UK, happily spending millions of taxpayers' money, never did her royal duties, always complained and whined. Was a hypocrite, always trying to upstage everyone, manipulate people, and always causing some kind of scandal, and then plays the victim when things don't go her way. Oh wait, Kate has a new hairdo. So our friend must have gone wild picking up a wig from somewhere. Probably combined 2 wigs to put it together. That would explain the different lengths. The girl has gone mad. Indeed, in Style reports, Kate Middleton debuted a new post-quarantine haircut. The Duchess of Cambridge made an appearance on BBC Breakfast for a segment that aired Tuesday, wearing an Amelia Wickstead polka dot dress paired with espadrille wedges and revealing a new haircut, chopped into soft layers framing her face with caramel highlights. As quarantine measures have eased in England, the Duchess has begun making her first rounds of in-person appearances after months of public engagements via Zoom. She sat down with BBC to discuss Tiny Happy People, an initiative for new parents and their babies aiming to address the language gap among children aged under 5 across the UK. During the appearance, she also joked that she's become a feeding machine to her children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. She said, "My children have bottomless pits. I feel like a constant feeding machine for them. Louis doesn't understand social distancing. He goes out wanting to cuddle everything, particularly any babies younger than him." Kensington Palace also shared photos of Kate during the making of Tiny Happy People back in November, posting a series of shots of her on Instagram in a long-sleeved blue dress and black pumps. She said in a statement about the initiative, "Families and carers are at the heart of nurturing the next generation of happy, healthy adults. But sometimes it can be hard to know where to turn to for advice. Tiny Happy People is an invaluable resource that provides parents and carers with support and tips, as well as simple activities to ensure children develop the language skills they need to have the best possible start in life. I am delighted to have been part of its journey and hope families across the UK will enjoy exploring the resources." Earlier this month, she and Prince William had their first in-person joint appearance since quarantine, coordinating outfits for a visit to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in King's Lynn to mark the 72nd anniversary of the United Kingdom's National Health Service. Meanwhile, many backlashes still come to Meghan. The next to react is, "I actually in the early days used to defend Meghan Markle, because I remember how hard the British people were on Catherine before Meghan Markle came along, with all the weighty Katie stuff and judging her family as middle-class social climbers, etc. But truly, Meghan Markle has shown herself to be really indescribably toxic. For me, it started with all the belly rubbing and grabbing when she was pregnant. You could just tell she was an attention-seeking narcissist. I actually feel bad for Harry. It's unfortunate that he couldn't find someone who would love and care for him." And the last one added, "Markle is not a good example to follow. Her preaching is the hypocrisy of the greatest order. Markle is a middle-aged woman without ambition and integrity, at the age of 39 totally dependent on her husband's daddy, taking money from him to finance her idle life. Using men to further herself in life is also not a good example, as well as disrespecting her own family and her husband's family. If young girls are anything, I hope they will not become as Markle. And you? What do you think about Meghan's speech and her appearance? Please leave a comment for me below and everyone can discuss together. And remember to like and share my video if you loved it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to not miss any new videos from our team. Now have a nice day and see you in the next videos.
The beauty of the soul is a precious human thing, not even a face or appearance. Appearance, although beautiful, only senses the senses, and to understand a person we often have to judge a person through the beauty of the soul. Many people are coloring, but indifferent, focusing on personality and dignity. Meghan is creating an elite cover for herself. It's ridiculous when Meghan tries to be mysterious, while everyone understands her steps well.